Okay, so normally I don't cover articles like this, but I did feel it was interesting enough in what it might cause impact-wise to anime and it hitting the service. And I'm referring to Netflix. Now, Netflix is making a big change, and it's pretty interesting because the way they distribute anime, the way they do certain things, has been a little bit flawed. There's a couple series that, especially one in particular that I can think of, that took a hit popularity-wise and probably would have been 10 times bigger had it not been for the way Netflix practices handling anime. So let's talk about what they're doing and what it could potentially mean for the future of anime hitting the service, the platform, and all around just what it might do.
Whether Facebook, Twitter, or the two, make sure to steer clear, cause I'm coming through like...
Okay, so I ain't gonna lie, I'm a big fan of Netflix and chill. I love to hit up some Netflix, hang out, watch some good stuff, and just chill, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I know, I'm so corny sometimes, right? But anyways, Netflix is applying a change. They're slowly going to start with a few shows and see how it goes that I think is going to be very impactful. Now, one of the reasons why I feel this will be impactful, I guess as a matter of fact, you know what? Let's talk about what the change is. So, let's not bullshit around. Then I'll tell you why I feel it'll be impactful and what show in particular comes to mind immediately that I wish they would have did this years ago. So Netflix will now drop episodes weekly instead of all at once. Not for everything, but they're starting to implement this, and this is very big. This is very big. We got an article with the information. We're going to read it and stuff like that, but this is very big simply because there's shows, especially one again that I got to keep mentioning, that have suffered in the past because they're streaming in Japan. They're streaming weekly in Japan, and obviously the pirates go out there, they sub them immediately, so the same day, same hour, usually a couple hours after max that these episodes drop, they're already illegally online. Whatever, cool beans. That's not my job to regulate that shit, you know what I'm saying? However, that means that the entire show, because the way Netflix handles things, especially with anime that they license, like for example, the main show I'm referring to, The 7 Deadly Sins, they wait till like 6 months after the broadcast is over. 3 to 6 months after, let's just say season 1 ended, you had to wait, I want to say it was like 3 to 6 months, and then they had it all there. By that time, one, the hype is completely gone. You know what I'm saying? People are already like, where's the next season? People are hoping for the next season and not waiting for that. The reason being because they already pirated that shit. They already saw that. They're not waiting 3 to 6 months when it's already out there. It is what it is. I cannot do it. We can't control people. They're gonna go watch it if it's out there. You know what I'm saying? So that affected, in my opinion, the 7 Deadly Sins dramatically. I think 7 Deadly Sins would have been more popular than Fairy Tail. Probably would have been a really big shonen staple had it not been for Netflix's practice of, which don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of getting it all at once, right? I'm a big fan of when they drop a show, whether it's 12 episodes, whatever, just having it all at once. I can marathon it. Awesome. My problem is when they do things that are already out when it comes to our realm, anime, and they wait on it and they hold on to it, like with season 2 of 7 Deadly Sins. That messed me up. I was like, yo, it's airing. Yo, this is like gonna be incredible. I was so hyped for it. And I was like, man, months passed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's already done talked about it. And it kind of it rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, yo, you're ruining the hype. 7 Deadly Sins could have been humongous. And instead, they squandered it away. Don't get me wrong, it does great on Netflix's platform because people do want to watch it. But it could have been so much bigger. Could have been so much bigger. Let's read exactly what's going on, and then we'll talk about it some more. Now, this is an article on Complex. It says, multiple Netflix series will now drop episodes weekly instead of all at once. Netflix is looking to switch up its binge release method. While the streaming giant is almost known to release an entire season of a show at once, permitting viewers to watch the whole thing in one sitting or pace themselves, Netflix has decided to release some series on a weekly basis. The next season of The Great British Baking Show, I have no idea what the hell that is. You're raw, mate, you're gonna bake something. Its 7th batch of episodes is the first show to implement the new weekly treatment. Currently, only one installment from the new collection is available to watch, with the program showing dates for upcoming episodes. Viewers can keep up with the reality competition as they would go on a regular cable. Okay, so just a regular show in general. It's called The Great British Baking Show. Is the start of this. They're going to see how I want to say Hulu has already been practicing this. I think there were some shows like the one about that girl that she was actually her mother was a little loony and kept her as a little girl for The Act. I want to say The Act with Hulu, they did that. They were doing weekly stuff or whatever. So Hulu's kind of been already above, on the ball game of this, which it really, honestly, aside from anime that are coming out that are not just strict to Netflix, coming straight to Netflix first, I love having all the episodes. So don't get me wrong, I'm on board with sticking with the practice of what they've been doing up until this point, except when it comes to new licenses. So if that, in that regard, if they're going to be releasing one episode a week of things that they license that is not just strictly for them, then yeah, please do that. Seven Deadly Sins could have been way bigger. I want it when it comes out. I want it when everybody's hype and talking about it. I don't want it 6 months down the road when it's like, old news. Also, Netflix's new show, Rhythm and Flow, will receive the same treatment, featuring T.I., Cardi B, and Chance the Rapper as judges. The rap competition will be released in groups every week. First few episodes will drop on October 9th. Okay, so a new show that they're working on as well called Rhythm and Flow is going to be getting that treatment. Netflix stipulates that weekly release of licensed titles. Okay, so exactly like what I said, Seven Deadly Sins is a licensed title, isn't new, and in hopes of keeping Rhythm and Flow winners a surprise, we're trying something new, but not happening with more shows than that. Which, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They are slowly trying to implement new things. It's not that, we really like this show, so we want to keep... No, okay? More than likely, what it is they're testing this out. If it does well with these shows, like, okay, we're getting in a lot of viewers and we're getting a lot more new subscriptions, they're going to keep implementing that for licensed shows. I still want them to stick with, you got a new show coming out, you know what I'm saying, that's exclusive to you. Please give me those 12 episodes right away so I can just have an all-night binge fest. I love it that way. I mean, monetary, I've always questioned, like, how does that make the money? Because granted, people will, of course, and have been subscribing to Netflix for a long time because they love the treatment, they love the service the way it is. But at the same time, having 12 episodes, let's just say, or 10 episodes of a show that is exclusive to them, they produced it or whatever, I don't understand how it makes much money if they don't have, because obviously when you pay for Netflix, you don't have commercials and stuff like that. I mean, there's subtle advertisements, which in case you don't know, there's a lot of times where you are being force-fed commercials. For example, if there's a laptop and it has like an HP on it, they have to pay for that. So you are being force-fed commercials, just in very subliminal manners. Hulu does it to the point that drives me bonkers, where it's like, yes, we have to see exactly what brand is on the bread, or what brand is on the computer, or what brand is whatever. So, I'm imagining that's the biggest way they make their money, of course, aside from the subscription services of people, paying however many active subscriptions they have or whatnot. But yeah, this update, kind of curious what you guys think about it. Only thing that I'm worried about is that it's such a success that they completely eventually do away with dropping new stuff in bulk. That's something that I'm worried about. Like, don't, you know what I'm saying? If it makes sense, like, again, Seven Deadly Sins or another anime, whatever they may license in the future that is already coming out on Japanese TV out there, whatnot, license it weekly for that stuff. But when it comes to things that are going to be exclusive to Netflix, I do not want them to start feeling like, well, you know what, why don't we just release one episode, fill them up with, subliminal commercials of having, advertisements all over the yin-yang, even though most people don't even realize it. Like, please don't do that, because to be honest with you, that right there will ruin the service, and that'll be the death of Netflix. I'm not even gonna lie. If they implement this for everything new coming, they're gonna kill the service. People are gonna catch on. People are gonna be like, for that I stick with cable. You know what I'm saying? Give me my cable box back. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm done with cable. All right, like I'm not a cable dude. Give me my Netflix. Give me my Crunchyroll. Give me, you know what I'm saying? Even a Hulu here and there. Give me those services. I'm good on cable TV. It's just I have more control. I think Netflix really changed the game and whatnot. If they start doing that, honestly, it's like if we're going in reverse. Like, we felt like we were progressing toward, like, getting what we want on demand, all of this in a bulk. Doing it everything weekly would ruin the service, and it wouldn't even be worth it, to be honest with you. Like, I like getting them in bulk, especially for Netflix originals. But again, kind of curious what you guys think about this. How long you think until they start implementing this for a lot of other shows, like the Seven Deadly Sins or whatever else that they license? Do you think that this could be problematic if they decide to start making this a standard practice with everything that they create, getting one episode a week? I mean, that'll kind of feel like, ugh. And I think, honestly, it'll be the death of them. I think little by little, people will start unsubscribing, being like, yo, I want my 12 episodes, I want my 10 episodes, I want my binge watches. I'm not doing this weekly shit. I don't got time for that. And your overall thoughts and expectations for this. Please at least do this with the Seven Deadly Sins and whatever else anime that you're going to license, that, you're going to hold a license to it. We ain't going to be able to get our hands on the show in a legal format until whenever you guys decide to put it out. Please don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't. Please start implementing it that way, and please don't implement it for everything, because it'll ruin Netflix, and then, yeah, just another giant will come over and say, you know what, you want to do it like that? Cool, we're gonna do binge drops. Let's go. That's all I have for this one though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links of course in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in.
Enjoy the next ride, but I was the best ride. But I